Alright, so I began this morning by preparing some macaroni and cheese. It was a recipe I found online. It was a new recipe I wanted to try out, and I baked some potatoes because I'm going to be grilling some steaks today. The macaroni and cheese turned out beautifully. It is a recipe I will share with you in the future. I didn't share it right now. I wanted to see how it would turn out first. It was so amazing. Even my daughter ate some, which makes me very happy because she's picky, and I cannot get her to eat anything that I cook, but that was a win for me for sure. All right, folks. So it is day 92, and true to my word, I am grilling those steaks, those ribeye steaks. We had them marinated in these little bags for about 30 hours or so. The longer you marinate them, the more tender and better they are. I don't care what cut of meat it is. And I like my stuff done. So one side is done. They are ready to flip. And won't be long, they'll be ready to eat. Hold on a second. Oh, look at there. Seared on flavor. Oh, it's getting smoky. Yeah, like I said, I like mine done, but some people don't. This side of the grill cooks hotter than that side, so I'm going to do this one here. Like this.
Move them flowers.
And then we moved back into the house where all of my daughter's music and the TV was playing to sit down and enjoy the food that I had cooked for everyone. And that was my steak and my mac and cheese. Oh my god, that mac and cheese, y'all. That is definitely a recipe for the future. It's going to be a future video for sure. It'll be a while before I make it. And I got my baked potato out of the oven, loaded it with butter and salt and pepper. Oh my god, those big white potatoes, you can't beat them. Look how tender the steak is, just pulls apart after the marinade them. That's also another video that I'll have to make of how we marinate them and get them so tender. But man, what a delicious meal. I can't tell you how good this was. Later on toward mid to late afternoon, we took my daughter to town to get her some Zaxby's, and we stopped by Dairy Queen, and I was forced against my will to get this chocolate dipped ice cream cone. I didn't want it. They made me get it, and yeah, so I had to eat it. I didn't get the large though. I got the medium. I told them the large would be way too big. Just give me a medium. Yeah. Good news is this was only a medium. Yeah. People make you do bad things, and oh my God, I wish I could tell you I didn't enjoy it, but I enjoyed every bite. Man, this was so good. I love those chocolate dipped cones from Dairy Queen. Oh man, just look at it. Oh my God, it is almost hard to drive and eat unless you get it chocolate dipped, and that kind of makes everything a lot easier. But yeah, I figure since none of y'all had one, I would take one for the team. Yeah, that's it. I'm taking one for the team since so many of you can't have an ice cream. I figure I would get the job done so you don't have to. Yeah, that's my story. I'm gonna stick to that one. Yeah, that sounds good. I did it so none of y'all out there would have to endure this suffering. All right, folks, so it is the end of the day, and Oscar is deciding to bark in there. That's the thing about little dogs is they will bark at nothing. And they will not stop until they discover a whole lot of nothing. But anyway, very good day. Tomorrow I'm going back on the sub fast. We're going to try to break that 50-pound weight loss before I weigh in again. Remember, we're not doing a weigh-in this Monday. I'm pretty close to that 50-pound mark, so whatever day that falls on throughout the week, I will share it with you, or I may just decide to do it next Monday. I'm not sure how that's going to go down. I may just wait till the 10th. That's what I'll probably do. It is the 2nd now. So it is day 92 for me. So I want to, at 100 days, be at that 50 or beyond it. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but however I do it, you'll know when I decide to put the information out there. But, it was a pretty good day. Like I said, that ribeye steak was the bomb. That thing was just so tender and falling apart, man. You just don't know. That thing was good. And that mac and cheese is a recipe I pulled offline that actually I could cook in my smoker and make it a smoked macaroni and cheese, but I did this one in the oven and it turned out really good. I'm not sure how I feel about a smoked flavored macaroni and cheese yet. And I don't know if the family would like it, and since Haley enjoyed it so much, I don't want to ruin it, because with her being autistic, anything that'll put her off from it would definitely ruin the experience for her. So now that I've made it inside, I'll probably have to do that from now on because of that reason. But that's okay, because as long as I get to grill my steaks and my meat out there, that is all that matters to me. And I got those big white with the real skin, thin skins on them, potatoes, and bake those instead of the usual potatoes for baking. And those turned out amazing as baked potatoes. I ate a lot of the skin on mine because that skin is so thin, just like the red potatoes. But there were some big white potatoes, very big. And they mashed up in some butter and salt and pepper quite well, and I really enjoyed those. So the ice cream incident, yeah. Okay, so I got done eating it by 2:30. Okay, so I did not fall outside of my window, so it's okay, right? To have an ice cream with a whole bunch of chocolate on it. It's okay, right? It's gonna be okay, because that is what I did. Instead of having a second meal today, I had that, and it was very good. No regrets with the ice cream at all. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Dairy Queen has some good ice cream. Could have got anything. I could have got a Blizzard, or with the Oreo cookies in it. That's the Blizzard I like. Or could have got a hot fudge sundae with wet walnuts, or a banana split, or anything I wanted there. Really, they got good burgers there. I started to just get a burger and fries, but I said, nah, I'm just going to get an ice cream, because the wife, she wanted a sundae type of ice cream, so I got her that. And I decided driving and eating a cone and that hard chocolate shell was the way to go, and I was right. That was the way to go. That was the way to get it done and enjoy it. So I had me some ice cream. It was good, and that's the first time I've ate ice cream in a really long time. First time this year, in fact. wow, I can't believe that's the first time I had any ice cream this year, but now that I've had it, I'm not going to miss it when I have to turn it down the next time, because as enjoyable as it is also something I can turn down pretty easily. I mean, I'm not a big sweet eater anyway. I mean, there's a lot of sweets I do enjoy, but I don't crave them like a lot of people do, to the point where I have to have one. My weakness is definitely the cheeseburgers, the hot dogs, the spaghetti, the lasagnas, and those type of foods. And being on this intermittent fasting diet the way I am means I can have those foods as long as I don't overdo it, don't eat no more than 2 meals a day, and definitely do not eat outside of my window. So the sooner I can eat something naughty like this ice cream by 2:30, you know, my window closes at 5. It just hit 5:01. My window just closed, so I'm good. I mean, I didn't overdo it on the portion sizes with the steak and the macaroni and cheese and the potato. I just ate the one potato, a fair amount of macaroni and cheese, and the steak, and that was enough to satisfy me. We ate that around 11:30 this morning. Around 11:30. Yeah, I got up early preparing that food, because if I didn't, I knew my daughter would want to run to town for her Zaxby's, and I would have really been pushing to try to get everything done by the time we got back, because after me and Janice ate, we didn't leave the house to take her till sometime around 1. No, I guess it was about 12:30, going on 1 o'clock. It was going toward 1 o'clock. It was 12:30 something. But yeah, by the time we run to Zaxby's, and then run across town to Dairy Queen, and by the time I got back home, it would have really been pushing it to the last minute to try to eat the steak dinner that we had planned on eating for today. So we made all that work out, and that's a good thing, because tomorrow it's back on the sub fast, and I'm going to go at it hard, and I'm going to hit that 50 pounds of weight loss either before 100 days or right at 100 days. I don't know, but 100 days of intermittent fasting is a big deal, I think, right? That's a big deal. So I definitely want to have cause or reason to celebrate, you know, once I hit that 100-day mark. So that is why the weigh-ins will be secret. And if I do weigh-ins, I will record them in secret and include them on the video once we get to that May the 10th, because that will be the 100-day mark on May the 10th. Ironically, back in 2020, when I started keto full force, and I got a channel where I done the keto that actually has a few more subscribers than this one has. It's up to like 54 subscribers on it, and I started that diet on May the 4th, but I didn't start videoing until like July, because at that point in my life and my video career, I was too embarrassed to show myself at full weight on camera. So I wanted to lose some weight first before I started recording, and then, you know, implement it into video as I went along. So that's how I kind of handled that. And after I got going, I regretted it, and I said, why didn't I just do it from the start? So when I decided to try this method, this intermittent fasting, I said, you know what, I'm just going to put it out there, because when I started keto, I was around 334 pounds, and when I started intermittent fasting this time, I had gained it all back. I was up to 328, so I was about maybe 6 pounds off from where I began. And I probably lost about 35 pounds on keto, so I have probably lost about 7 more pounds now than I did when I was on keto, and it took me from May the 4th until August to get that 30 something pounds of weight loss gone. I had to do a side-by-side comparison of those videos once I reached the same mark that once I reached the same length and mark that it took me to do keto versus intermittent fasting. I will do a side-by-side video comparison of the results on the two, because it's took me a lot less time to lose that weight, and plus some with intermittent fasting. I'm 3 months and a couple of days in, and you got to consider that February is a very short month compared to starting in May and going through all those months into August were all full-length months. So the results and the success have been way better. The experience has been way better with intermittent fasting so far, and I haven't had to buy anything extra to, cook or work it out to where, I had to worry about, a certain thing like taking carbohydrates out of the meal. And and that whole bread myth, I am blowing that narrative out of the water right now, aren't I? Because man, I'm here to tell you, I was against any kind of bread when I was doing keto. Bread was a bad word for me for a long time. I've done that diet a long time. I stayed plateaued for a really long time. That was really frustrating. But if I would have caught on to the intermittent fasting while I was doing keto, I could have amplified those weight loss results big time. Because keto did work. It worked great, in the beginning, just cutting out the carbohydrates. But your body gets used to that, and when it does, you better have a plan to do something to keep going forward. So IF is the way to go with keto. I guarantee you I could go on keto. I ain't even gonna talk about that. I'll talk about it. I could go on keto right now with the intermittent fasting, and I could probably supercharge or super boost my results by a lot. I seen one of the doctors on YouTube done a comparison with intermittent fasting on keto versus just a standard diet the way I'm doing it now, and the margin that he come up with was not that much slower of a weight loss doing it the way I'm doing it. It was still the same. It was pretty much the same. God, how can I compare it? Anyway, he had like a hump, for the keto. It was a shorter hump, and then for the standard American diet, the way I'm doing it, was a little bit bigger and longer hump. But what he didn't discuss was the expense of all of the almond flours, and if you've ever done keto, and Tiff can tell you, I'm pretty sure Tiff knows a lot about what I'm talking about here. When you're buying something like almond flour, you can't just get the $6 bag at Aldi's. It's kind of rougher and coarser. I mean, it'll make your your breads and your muffins and stuff like that, but to really get the good or better breads that you have to bake yourself, and you have to spend all this time doing it. You have to have the time to do it to start with, and I just don't. You have to go to Walmart or Publix or somewhere that sells the really, really refined, thinly ground almond flour to really make some of those recipes work out. And when you're talking about those bags, and this was back, in 2020 when the economy was a lot better. I was paying like $23, $24 for a big bag of almond flour like that, and we were going through it. And you compare the cost of that next to a regular old bag of flour that you buy at the store now. And it just gets too expensive and time consuming. So unfortunately I had to drop it. If I had time on my hands the way I did when the world shut down and my kids were definitely stuck indoors with me, for weeks at a time, I could have probably, boosted this weight loss to a whole lot faster. I could probably be hitting around the 60-pound mark right now, but I have no regrets doing it this way. I mean, as long as the weight keeps dropping, this is the way I prefer to eat anyway. And at some point, if I was on keto, this is what I'm going back to. I see so many people commit to that lifestyle, and I can tell some of them are just bored to death with it. They get on camera and they try to convince us that this is the way to go because it keeps themselves convinced that that is the way to go. But the good news for you is if you practice intermittent fasting, if you doing a certain diet someday and you decide to stop it, you can continue to have success and results as long as you keep practicing your intermittent fasting, and you're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be just fine. I'm living proof of it. I know 100% for sure you're gonna be just fine. As long as you keep your window in place. I mean, that's the most important thing, I think, is even when we reach our weight loss goals. I saw Shell's video today, and she was talking about she had 10 more pounds to lose and how good she was doing, and people were asking her at what point was she ready to call it quits. And I think Shell or myself or any of the rest of us who are practicing IF will do just fine as long as we keep a window in place even after we get to our desired BMI or our weight loss goals, whatever they may be. I think we're going to do just fine, like Betty, she keeps her window in place and keeps her weight where she wants it to be. And I think that is an important message right there, because that gives us all something to look forward to when we achieve the results that we desire to achieve. We can have a window in place. We'll be able to eat a lot more than just one meal a day or 2 meals a day. We can scoot in that dessert, or we can scoot in that third meal if we choose to at that point. As long as we keep our window in place, we can always, back off of the food as needed to maintain our goals. So I have rambled on way too long. But yeah, this gets me excited, being close to the 50-pound mark, and in just a short time, and being able to eat ice cream like I did today every now and then is it's just awesome to me. It's just fantastic to me. I can't help it. Got a lot of plans going forward. We're going to plant a garden. I'm going to be growing a lot of straight neck and zucchini squash, and a whole bunch of other different types of vegetables. So all that's going to be future videos and stuff when we go to planting it and watching it grow, and finally getting to prepare it as food and eat it. So yeah, we got some good things coming up. We got 2 more chickens, baby chickens today. My sister-in-law's her son, which I guess would be my nephew, he is got this girlfriend. I guess they're practically husband and wife, but I don't think they ever officially tied the knot. But they got a few chickens, and they decided, that they didn't want them, so they give them to me and my friend Tracy, and he's got them in the small coop right now. So I got a couple of baby chickens out there, and they give us 4 ducks. So I plan on maybe getting 2 more ducks and building on to the chicken coop out there, and getting them a little kiddie pool so they can get in some water from time to time. I hear duck eggs make better cakes and stuff, so I can't wait to try the ducks. So yeah, y'all stay tuned for the next couple of days. I'll show you them baby ducks and chickens, man. Those things are cute. Alright, that's it. Until tomorrow, you folks have a good one.